Ignore the pimple patches, although for people who are insecure about their skin and think that, you know, this isn't normal. This is normal. This is how my mornings start, pimple patches and messy buns. But hi, I am here to do the crystal collection tour, or updated crystal collection tour, and I am ready to show you everything that I have collected and brought back to the crystal family. So yeah, okay, I'll see you on the tapestry side. Okay, I'm behind the camera now. Hi. So we're gonna start with palm stones because we have a lot to get through and I just want to go through like the polished and towers and all that stuff first. So the first palm stone I'll show is my white plume agate, also known as snow agate. And this one has little baby drusies, as you can see right there. Yeah, so I love this one. Then we have black moonstone, and there's a flash. It's a beautiful flashy one. Then we have moss agate. I really fell in love with this moss agate because of that green at the bottom and the way it just like rivers and flows through it. Beautiful. And then we have a spherulite, which has some sparkles at the bottom, kind of hard to see, has some pink action going on. Then we have peach moonstone, another flashy one. That is all flash. Absolutely gorgeous. Double-sided flash. I love peach moonstone. Then we have a mookaite jasper. I know I talked in the last one that I wanted to get another mookaite jasper. This one is majorly yellow. I almost said majorly. With a little bit of red. And I think it's gorgeous. Then we have another flashy rainbowy one, purple fluorite. I am tired today, guys, so if I am saying rainbow things, I don't mean it. Okay. Purple fluorite, or purple silky fluorite, and I love the little waves and ribbons in it. I think those are just gorgeous. We then have, this one is brown opal. I was in my head, I'm like, what? Brown/black opal. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. It's another gorgeous one. And we have bumblebee jasper. I also said in the last video that I wanted to get another bumblebee jasper because I had a bumblebee jasper mini tower. And this one is just stunning. I love the gray at the top and I love the way the yellow goes. I have an opalite. Oh, there's a hair on it. Okay, I have an opalite. I know that this is a man-made crystal, but I still love it. It still has amazing properties, and it's really, really, really beautiful to look at. I then have a Kambaba jasper, or crocodile jasper, another favorite of mine. You'll hear me saying that a lot throughout this video. So Kambaba jasper, or crocodile jasper, and then we have a flashy blue flash labradorite, blue/yellow flash, if I can get it to focus on it. How beautiful. We then have a ibis jasper with all those little squares inside. I think it's really beautiful, really interesting, and it has a tiny, tiny, tiny druzy pocket, or a couple of tiny druzy pockets. We then have golden sheen obsidian. So when you turn it in the light, it has that sheen, and then it goes back to being black. I then have a green moonstone, or garnierite. This one's flashy as well. It's kind of hard to see the flash because it's a very deep flash inside, but it's gorgeous. I then have a blue apatite. and pink tourmaline, or tourmaline, however you guys say it. This one is really a deep fuchsia for the pink part of the tourmaline. This is technically a palm stone, but it's a satin spar heart with a yin-yang carved on it, and I wanted to include it in this just because I bought it in the sense of using it as a palm stone for meditation. It's also very, very flashy. And then have a large carnelian. This is more of a oval. And this is a gorgeous one. It's such a deep coloring. Then we have some stromatolite. This one's another unique one. And Septarian with a small bit of the yellow Septarian at the top. The rest has that really interesting like dragon egg type feel. We have a shungite, which is great for warding off EMFs. It's known for that, if you didn't already know. It's a radiation blocker. And that is all for the palm stones. Moving on to the hearts. First heart that I'm going to show is a golden healer heart. So this one is absolutely gorgeous. It's flashy, like right there. It has some like rainbow flash. But I just, oh, there we go. There's some flash. I just love that golden healer is such a gentle stone. It's really, really nurturing. And then we have a rhodonite heart. This just reminds me of pure Valentine's love. Obviously, like, it's not meant for that, but it's just, it's so beautiful. And then we have an unakite, or unikite, however you say it, heart. I really love the green in this one. It's a very like olivey moss green compared to the deeper greens that I have, and this one's just gorgeous. I then have a pure copper heart, and trust me, it is heavy. Like it just is very heavy because it's pure copper, and it's very interesting. Copper is very interesting because they use it in copper wraps to actually help with joints and ailments, and so copper is very healing. I have, and I think to conclude our hearts, I have a flower agate heart, or a cherry blossom agate heart with, it's just, and it says cherry blossom agate. I still haven't taken that label off. It's the first crystal that I actually got from the shop that I work in right now. So that's all for the hearts. Moving on, let's do satin spar and selenite just to get that out of the way. So satin spar, I have this moon plate satin spar that I can put other crystals on that I think is just gorgeous. It's very amplifying of other energies. It's just gorgeous. I also got this from where I work. It's a satin spar wand slash plate with the moon phases carved on it. I have a satin spar zodiac charging plate. So this one has all of the zodiacs carved on it, which is absolutely stunning. Just so unique and so interesting, and I love having like the astrology part of it connected to it. And then for the final piece of satin spar, this is called Ulexite, or TV selenite. So you can see that it goes to that little like blurry, and then you can see that you can almost see yourself behind it, but it blurs. So it's like a TV screen. It's very interesting. And then we have some genuine selenite. So this is genuine selenite. So the difference between selenite and satin spar is they are both created in the same gypsum pockets in the same places, but selenite is more pure, more clear, and is less milky in that fibrous texture, and so it's just harder to find. So this one has a little bit of its matrix rock on it. And then I got a larger piece of genuine selenite. So this is a large selenite plate. That's a piece of moss, ignore that. Yeah, this is just so cleansing. Okay, that's all for my satin spar and selenite, since you've already seen my satin spar from before. Now we're going to move on to towers. So I'm going to start this off with a spherulite tower. I usually would put this in the raw, but this is half polished, half raw, and it is in tower form to me. So I got this recently as a gift for my mother. It is just gorgeous. It has like these little pockets of crystal, quartz inside of it. It's a big chunk right there, and then the back is polished. So it has like that spider web type, and then it's just so druzy on the front and so gorgeous. Okay, we then have a green moonstone tower, or garnierite, like the palm stone, with a big chunk of black tourmaline in it. Oh, multiple chunks of black tourmaline in it. I didn't even realize that. It's gorgeous. It's very chunky. Okay, and then I will show we have a purple fluorite. This gorgeous little tower. I just thought it was so unique, and it had a really beautiful banding right on this side. Like a chevron fluorite almost. And then we have phosphoridite, or phosphoridite, which reminds me of some type of potion. It's beautiful, beautiful. And then we have pink opal. I can't remember if I showed this in the last video or not, but, you know, it doesn't make much of a difference. I think it's gorgeous. I love how very matte this crystal is. This pink is not so bright and in your face. And then we have a mini Rhodochrosite tower that I actually got from the place where I got my first ever crystal, at Vision's Rock Shop along the Oregon coast. Go support him. Mark is incredible, and his crystals are out of this world for the most amazing prices. This even has a little bit of a sparkle. It has a lot of a sparkle, actually. We then have a blue aragonite tower. Look at that banding, it's so beautiful. Let's do the African turquoise that I actually just got in the mail yesterday. If you follow me on my Instagram, then you know that because you've seen my posts about it. This just has blown me away. I've never had a like green yellow turquoise before. I've never even had like a real genuine piece of turquoise before, and this one is stunning. Woo! Don't worry, I'm on a blanket, a very soft blanket. I then have a prehnite, bitrodial prehnite. So this side has that bitrodialness, and this side is all rutilated prehnite. This is one that I feel like is very underappreciated. On my side, I don't give it as much love as it deserves. So there's the prehnite. And then we have some green rutilated quartz, which also just got here yesterday. It's even pretty flashy and rainbowy. And look at that green rutilated quartz. We then have a lodolite, or garden quartz point, and it is an inclusion tower. So this one has, oh, I was trying to focus on the back. So you can see it's just so clear, and it has like the back is focused on. So you can see it's like very inclusive, everything inside of it. It's very unique. I then have an ultra clear citrine, which I actually thought was clear quartz yesterday. I'm still in between because it has a yellowy tinge, as you can see, so it looks a lot like citrine, but I got it as a gift from a shop that I bought from, so that's kind of crazy. And you can see, if I put it up to the camera, that you can see everything through it. It's just so clear. Okay, and then we have a fire and ice quartz, crackle quartz, which is also man-made. It is when clear quartz is heated up and cooled down rapidly. So due to pressure, it creates these crackles. I don't particularly seek out man-made crystals, but I don't mind them. And I feel like crackle quartz or fire and ice is just so unique. And the fact that the heat and the pressure made it happen is just interesting to me. So I have that one. And then I'm including this in the towers, although it's a double terminated. So this is a yellow fluorite that I got from where I work. And as you can see, it has that incredible, like, literally looks like a beach at the bottom, and then the rest is yellow fluorite. And I think it's just absolutely stunning. It's just so unique to me. I've never seen a yellow fluorite that has this, like, sandy bottom. So I have that one. And then to conclude the towers are 2 left. A mini Larimar that I got in a mystery box from Michaela's Crystals. If you don't already know about her, go follow her on TikTok and go support her business. She is incredible and her work is just stunning. This is one of my favorites. I love Larimar. So that one's that. And then the last one is a gigantic sagentic or rutilated sagentic, I can't even hold it with one hand, agate. So this is a rutilated sagentic agate. And so you can see, if it'll focus, which it needs to, that is all rutilated. So it has like the rutilated form of it. And it's a big boy. Okay. Now since we're already in sort of the polished and carved, I'm just going to go in this like little miscellaneous section of carved. We'll start with the fossil that I have. This is an Orthus cereus fossil. So not a crystal, but you know, it's part of that realm of spiritual items. I think it's really, really special. I got it again at the shop where I got my first ever crystal. I got me my dad matching fossils. I then have this called specularite slab. Wow, that is sparkly. It's sparkly hematite or specularite hematite. You know what? You guys can decide how to say it. I just say hematite or hematite. I don't know how I say it. And then I have an actual just hematite or hematite slab that has some red in it with a little tiny druzy pocket. This one. And I have a Shiva lingam stone in a large oval? Yeah, large egg. I then have a Shiva eye shell, which I got also recently. The back is just, woo, reminds me of an ocean galaxy. And then for the next few carvings, I have this pink jasper flame. So I'm including some flames in like towers and carvings because I feel like they're very similar. So this is this flame, pink jasper. And then I have a golden sheen obsidian flame. I got this from where I work as well. You can see that just incredible golden sheen as you turn it to the light. And then other than that, it's just pure black. Okay, and then we have a half-polished Crazy Lace agate, or Mexican Crazy Lace agate point. I already showed you all the rest of my half-polished Crazy Lace, or not Crazy Lace, half-polished points. They're in my other video. They are beautiful as well, and if you want to see the rest of my crystals, then go in that video for sure, or those 2 videos. So this is this one. We then have a polished, I wouldn't consider this a palm stone, but it's like a large sardonyx, a red sardonyx, which I've been wanting one of these for so long, and I found one of these, and I just knew. Just gorgeous. And then I have ringing carve. Oh, here's some more flames. Whoopsies. A pink Mangano calcite with some rough side. And then we have a white plume agate or snow agate flame. I did show you my palm stone of this, but this is a flame. And then let's go to our animal carvings. I swear I have more somewhere, but this is my tarantula. Yeah, he's super cute. He's made of obsidian, I think, or onyx. One or the other. I got him in Portland in a very adorable shop. And then I have a carved red calcite snake. I had wanted a carved snake for a while, and I couldn't find one that I particularly enjoyed, and this one really gave off the vibes that I appreciated. So he came home with me, and he has Mexican red calcite. Now we'll move on to spheres and then mushrooms. So these are the spheres that I have. I really don't have a lot of spheres. This is a pterorsite sphere. It's also called the Tempest Stone, so I'll just say it's a Tempest sphere. Then we have a red goldstone sphere. This is also man-made, but goldstone has a special place in my heart, so it reminds me of Mars. I have a blue goldstone ring that reminds me of the universe, so they kind of go hand in hand. And then I have honey calcite, which I also got in Portland at a shop called Celestial Awakenings, so definitely go visit them because they are incredible. Their crystals are out of this world, and this sphere was very, very fairly priced and just very good quality. Those are my spheres, and then we're moving on to mushrooms. So the largest mushroom I have is a banded onyx mushroom. It's huge and heavy, so we're gonna... It also broke in transit, so I don't know if you can tell, but right here I actually had to glue it back on because in transit it got bumped around too much and it broke. I think the weight difference from here to here was too much, but it's really gorgeous to me, and you know, it's just amazing. And then I have an ocean jasper mushroom with some pastels on the top. Little ocean jasper. I have a Dalmatian jasper mushroom. And these all live in a mushroom fairy garden, which I will show soon. Purple fluorite mushroom, which I got also as a gift from my bosses when they went to a gem show in a different state. This is just stunning. I was blown away when I saw it. A opalite mushroom. A chevron amethyst mushroom, or dream amethyst, either way. And I have a double terminated amethyst mushroom from also Michaela's Crystals. So gorgeous. And then I think that concludes it, except for one more thing. I guess I should have included this in animals. I have an amethyst butterfly. But this is a raw carving. So that concludes all of my carvings, mushrooms, slabs, flames, towers, palm stones, and satin spar / selenite. We're gonna move on to my grape agates real quickly. So this was my first piece of grape agate. I was in tears over how gorgeous this grape agate was when I received it. The little bubbly little grapes in the front and the way that it goes from purple to green and that has some yellow, it literally just, it's incredible. This is also known as bitrodial chalcedony, or chalcedony if you didn't already know. They just call it grape agate because it looks like it has little grapes. That was my first piece. My second piece was another very matte one. This is almost like a pale lavender. I think I got this in a mystery box, and it has that yellow back, but it has these big grapes in the front. And then my most recent piece is a small, very sparkly piece of grape agate, which I've never had a sparkly one before. I got this from a place called the Sapphire Center along the Oregon coast. Claire is incredible. Her cat, Sophia, is also incredible, and her crystals are some of the best I've ever seen, so I definitely recommend going to see her. So, yes, this is the sparkly grape agate. And then, kind of similar to grape agate is spirit quartz. I mean, it isn't, but, like, I just put it in the same category. So this is my spirit quartz, or witch's finger. I got this from a place called the Mystery Gallery. They also have incredibly fair prices and great workers and tons of crystals. They've been around for like 27 years. It's on McLaughlin in Oregon City. So definitely go check them out. This one is just, it called to me. And then let's go to another raw crystal, I guess. Are we going through raws and then statements? Let's do my pink amethyst, which I also got from the Mystery Gallery. I was with a friend named Lavender, and she recommended getting this one because it looked more like a cave to her, rather than where the other ones were more just pink amethyst all the way. And I'm so glad I did, because I can put little crystals inside of it, and it looks very much like a cave, and it's very cleansing. It's my pink amethyst. I have an apophyllite stilbite specimen. This also called to my heart at Mystery Gallery. It was only $12. Literally insane. This is just, reminds me of yucca fruit or yucca vegetable or yucca in Peru. It looks just like this, so it looks yummy to me. Okay, I guess we're gonna go through all of my smaller, rough, carved, all those things, just my smaller ones that I have on these specific trays. It just makes it easier to go through them. So the first thing the first crystal, is danburite. So this is a rare crystal that I was able to find along the coast as well. And I love danburite. This one had such a very, it wasn't a gentle energy at all. It was very striking to me. I very much felt like it was kind of screaming at me to take it home, so. Danburite. And then, let me make sure I put these things in places where I can look. Okay. And then we have a piece of pink or purple kunzite. Another rare piece, so it's smaller but still gorgeous. Small crystals pack a punch. Stop giving them a bad rap. We have a golden mica or a golden lepidolite. Piece of golden mica. We then have a fulgurite. So this one, or fulgurite. This one is a lightning strike impact crystal. So this is created in a lightning strike, and it is believed that when you say your desires through it, because it's completely hollow, that you will blow your wishes into the energy of the lightning. Very interesting. I then have a baby creedite cluster. This is just a tiny little creedite, which is very hard to focus on. But it honestly is gorgeous. It has like black tips with orange in the center. My baby creedite. Then we have two Congo citrine points that were supposed to be together. They came together, but they broke in transit, which it doesn't mind. And now it's two, and this one has a surprise rainbow. How stunning. Look at that. So now I have two Congo citrine points. And then let's move on to, I have a black kyanite, which I very strongly believe I showed in the last video, but you know, it's here again. My black kyanite feathered blade. And then we have a blue dream quartz. So that's that.